Hello, everybody. This is a wonderful night here in Tacoma. I'm up in the Northwest, up here in the Seattle area. Of course, this is Deborah, everybody. Glad to have you all on the call to listen in to day one of the 3-day Getting Started training on Ardyss International. I'm so glad everybody is here. I want to give a special welcome to the premium members at Ardyss ETC and a special welcome to the regular members. Tonight on this first day one call, you are invited as our guests. We hope you enjoy the call, enjoy the training, take it back and use it in your business. Let's go ahead and get started. For these 3 days, we're going to lay the foundation for your success. Now, there's a lot of information to share here, and it will be necessary for you to spend a minimum, you guys, a minimum of 3 hours each day for the next 3 days learning all you need to know about your business. We want you to become invested and engaged in Ardyss. Like I said, you need to breathe it, you need to think it, you need to eat it. Everything needs to be Ardyss for you right now. Okay, now I think that here's an important thing that I don't think that, and you may say, wow, that's trivial, Deborah, but you need to know that this is really your business. That, when this is your business and you need to take personal responsibility for it. You need to get in there and know all that there is to know about your business. When you start a job, you've got to be trained to do it. That's the same here. A lot of people have jumped in on this bandwagon saying, lose 3 dress sizes in 10 minutes. But then they get into the business, they're excited, and they get into the business only to realize that slogans are not enough to build a business. You cannot build and recruit on a slogan. You're going to have to build your foundation, and your foundation is your knowledge and your expertise about this business and about the products within this business. So the main thing that we're going to do is we're going to lay this foundation so you can move along at your own pace or faster, however you want to do it. There's a lot of information here. You'll get information in the back office of Getting Started on the Getting Started page at ardyssetc.com. But take your own pace. You can go along with us on these 3 days. I'm going to try in these 3 days to kind of pace it because I know that you really do have other things going on in your life. I'm just the only one who has no life outside of Ardyss. But so I don't want to just really give you too much stuff to do. But what I do want to do is I really want you to come serious with me. Come serious so that we can lay the foundation for your business. Now, prior to this day, prior to today, you should have gone through all 3 of your websites. What are your 3 websites? You have your Ardyss Life website, you have your Ardyss ETC recruiting website, and then you have your Ardyss ETC training website. Now, all of those things, you should have gone through them because they kind of work together. You should, continue to read everything in the back offices. And today what we're going to cover is we're going to cover and focus on you and Ardyss, your commitment, your vision, and personalizing your Ardyss business. So if you will, if you have a sheet of paper and a pen, I'd like for you to get that out because we're going to take some notes and I want you to answer some questions for me. And you'll be surprised that this whole call is not going to be about trying to show you how to go back into your back office at Ardyss or any of that, because that comes secondary to you understanding why you're in this business and what you're doing in this business. And that's laying that foundation. So let's get started. So I talked about a few moments ago how important it is that you take ownership in your business and your involvement even with Ardyss ETC, because we can provide everything you need, all of the tools, but in the long run, you must do the work. You must become the person you are looking for. We're all out recruiting and we're saying we can't recruit anybody, but are you the person you want to recruit? What is that? It's someone who will take their business serious and maximize the income potential in Ardyss International. So you must remember that you are personally responsible for your success, and you must also realize that you are personally responsible for your failure. So for a lot of you who are premium and regular members at ardyssetc.com, you may not have your upline to help you. Well, that is so unfortunate because you're worth $60,000 to them, and they should be here to help you in whatever you need to make you successful. But if you don't, you can't use that as an excuse. Whatever your reason is, you cannot use it as an excuse for failing in this business. And when you succeed, you don't have to use it as the reason for your success. It is all based on you. There's a quote that I really love. It says, "The best day of your life is the one on which you decide your life. You decide your life is your own. No apologies, no excuses. No one to lean on, to rely on, no one to blame." Because that's really important. When you really decide that, that's when your life really begins. That's where I want you to begin to take your business. It's not even Ardyss International, Ardyss ETC's responsibility. Whatever we do, we can say, yeah, we helped you get there, but in the long run, it was on you. And I want you to take that responsibility really seriously here. So to minimize the risk of failure and almost to assure the success, commitment is essential. You really must commit. And I know you're probably thinking right now, okay, Deborah, that is so basic. I have committed. I've paid $299. Deborah, I'm even on auto ship at another $100. What do you want from me? I'm committed. Well, there are a lot of people who have paid their money and drop off the list at Ardyss. There are a lot of people who have put that $299 out, even more, have spent hundreds more on Ardyss products, but they are not doing the business. That's because the finances, your money, is not what measures your commitment. What measures your commitment is your time. How much time you put into Ardyss tells me your level of commitment. So what I'm asking you for is your time. Your time is going to be the determining factor on whether you're successful, not your money, because you can't buy yourself. You can't buy yourself to success in this business. It's going to be your time and what you're doing with that time. Now, a lot of you also think, okay, I really am committed, you know. Hey, I've done everything. I've taken out, you know, I've really just done everything. Well, there's another quote that I really love that I want to read just a piece of it for you, because what it says, what it says to me is that a lot of times we think we make a commitment, and then we don't see things lining up, or we think, oh, well, I don't know 12 people, or I'm finding it so hard to do this, or I really have to do this, or I really need to make some money right now because my bills are due right now. So we've got all of these reasons, I'll say reasons, why we're not making it happen, why we're not doing it. But then there's this quote that is really, really interesting, and it says that until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, and the key word here is always ineffectiveness. And that says that until you really make a commitment, you're not effective. You can't move forward. You're not effective. Nothing is happening. But the moment you commit, everything falls in line. Everything will fall in place. The resources, the time, you'll begin to see things differently. All of a sudden, you'll begin to see people who need Body Magic. You'll begin to see people who have health problems that need the nutritional products. You'll begin to see things quite differently when you really commit. The call will be available in the back office under conference calls under your training material. And tomorrow, we'll get started with the nuts and bolts of your Ardyss business. I love you all. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me personally. You can call me directly, toll-free, at 888-904-9993, extension 2, or you can email me at Deborah, D-E-B-O-R-A-H, at ArdyssETC.com. I look forward to talking with you guys tomorrow. Love you all, and have a great night, everybody. Let's go make some money, you all. Have a great one. Bye-bye.